I'm Bryan with the Casual Try Hard podcast, and we're trying to do another Kaldheim Draft. I gotta give you guys a winner at some point. Like, these have all been not great recently. So, I can take this. Yeah, I think that's the pick. I doubt this will come back around. Yeah, I think we just take this, see where it goes. Ways to fill the graveyard are things to do with our graveyard. So, both halves are, like, reasonable. Come on. I'm like still ruminating about the last draft. I'm just like, oh man. Alright, so I have Rune of Mortality. Like, Icebind Pillar is really good. So I'm going to take Icebind Pillar and now really prioritize Snowlands. I passed the Snow Island there, which hurts. Right? So, yeah. Like, we need probably 6 or 7 Snowlands to make Icebind Pillar good. Which is going to really force us to take them early and often. So let's see what we get up to here. But like Icebind Pillar is really good. Like, I'm kind of planting my flag as to like I want to be blue, black, or Sultai Snow now. And like I've just got to have blinders on for Snowlands and then hope to wheel some of the payoffs. So I've passed like 2 Snowlands because I took Egon and then Ice Pillar. So hopefully the person beside me is just not snapping up Snowlands. So Binding of the Old Gods. So this just puts me in I'm going to take this. Like, I can be green. I can splash a little green if I need to. Binding's not going to come back. Like, that was the consideration. Do I take Binding and pass another Snowland? And, like, doing that risks, like, I get Binding, but then I don't get Icebind Pillar, which might be fine. Right? It might be fine to just not have the Icebind Pillar and know you're going to get to play Binding and Egon. But we're along this path now. We're going to take that. I'll pass this. I don't think I'm white. Alright, so we are fully into Sultai. Let's see if this, like, turns out. Like I said, I need probably... Ideally, I'd have 8 Snowlands. That's the kind of the ideal number I want. And, like, I'm starting a little late on them. So, like, I might just have to take Snowlands over everything going forward. In hopes of wheeling the guy of the Haunted, whatever. And, I'm gonna take Glittering Frost. That makes a Snowland. Alright, so I've passed 2, like, single color Snow Duels. And I'm being greedy. 100%. Like, Glittering Frost lets me get away with having one less Snowland because it makes a Snowland. So that was kind of how I justified that in my head. I could still just be blue-green, like Egon's not necessarily in the deck. So like, there's a chance that we can get there on snow stuff. Alright, 100% we take that, because there's nothing in here that matters. That makes our mana better. Right, we're still on team blue-green. Alright. Okay, no Snowland here. So if Egon's a consideration, strategic planning gets reasonable here. We'll do that. And I mean, if we get, like, what is it called? The 3 seasons. Like, letting strategic planning fill our yard for the 3 seasons. I'm just going to take the swamp. Like, this is one of the reasons you want to be snow. We've already seen one. So we'll see if it comes back. I'm going to take the snow-covered plains. don't necessarily want to play it, the island, okay, but just trying to send that signal that, hey, someone's in snow. Leave my snowlands alone. Alright. We're gonna play this giant. Yeah. Leave my snowlands alone. Take the bounce spell. So we're blue. I don't know what else we are, but we're blue. So let's see here. Bergie's really good. Like, we could end up in Teamer. Or we take this and stick it out as, like, right, like, we kind of swap one god for another. This is, the horn is probably better than the backside of Egon, maybe. Let's just take the Shimmer Drift Veil. We already have the swamp. So we're getting up to where Icebind Pillar is going to be reasonable. Right? So, like, the part of the realm is whatever. I think it's just swamp again. Behold is good. So now we're hoping to get, like, the one in the black 04s and things like that. Shore Island. Alright. If I keep doing these snow decks, one of them's going to turn out not awful. Though, in our defense, the last snow deck wasn't my fault, it was bad. Right, so let's hopefully start getting some snow payoffs here. Or some graveyard payoffs, like one of the two. So do I want to try to wheel this? Yeah, I don't think I was going to take that. I think, like, that's going to be pick 11. There's a chance it comes back. So, like, how many playables do we have? We have, like, 10 lands in our deck right now. 9, okay. Alright, we're going to take some Troll Waking here. Glittering Frost lets us cast it. We might be able to get a little bit of fixing for it. But might as well try. Are we moving? Are we, like, getting pushed into Teamer? I'll take the Shadow. Like, part of me is like, ooh, Frostbite. Like, in this, I've had some bad experiences where it hasn't worked out for me. But the 2 swamps. We'll take the Frostbite. We'll see where we end up. Alright, is Egon going away? Ice Tunnel. Like, Egon might just be on the menu with, like, 3 black sources. And, like, just playing the black's backside eventually. Alright, so we're now kind of at the point where we need, we actually need power and toughness and things to win the game. He says that and then takes a squash. Right? Or do I take this for something cheap to do early on? Like, I know the squash will, like, it always does something. Like, I already have one, like, 2 mana do nothing. Yeah, like, red seems to have been open. Right, we're getting like red uncommons late. So now I can take my 2 mana, do nothing. Alright, so depending on how our mana works out, we might be back in Temur. That does cut like... So ideally we're not playing the plains. Take the Craven Hulk. Right, like ideally we don't play the plains. Like Egon might, like I said, might be in because we have 4 black sources. Because I don't have to pick a color for Glittering Frost, right? 1 mana of any color. Yeah, so... Not that I have a ton of green stuff either. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe I overvalue Frostbite. Like, that might be it. Because, like, I've switched into red a few times based on, like, some Frostbites. And I might just be overvaluing it. We'll take... Big Dumb Idiot. 2-drop. So we're, like, blue-red giant-ish stuff? Well, I would like this to come back. But we're just taking Valky God of Lies. In our, like, 4-color, not white deck here. Alright, so a little bit, like, we have the 2 duels. Alright, what is this one? Alright. Are we just Grixis? Did we just turn into Grixis? So, like, what are we losing in green? We're losing Sculptor of Winter, Glittering Frost. We can keep Waking the Trolls because we need that, and then we cut 1 forest. It's not good that I'm building my draft decks like I'm building a sealed pool. Like, that's not exactly where you want to be. When we have 8 snow-covered lands, so we're like blue-black, or we're like blue-red giant-ish with like random other things. I was going to take a Frostbite here. Like, well, no. How many creatures do I have? 9. Awesome. I'm going to take the Shimmer Drift Veil. And I'd be happy with Doomscar Titan, Wither Crown, Frostbite, or Highland Forest coming back. Right? So I have... So 2 Snowlands, Snow Payoff thing. We're going to take a Snow Mountain. Where do I want? How many tap lands do I have right now? Like 3? 1, 5. Yeah, let's just take a Snow Mountain. Alright. So I'll take a Frostbite. Or do I want to feed the Serpent? Take a Frostbite. Blue-red land. Take a 3/2. Oh! Rewarded for good drafting? No, we weren't rewarded for good drafting. That never happens, but that's good. Big Dumb Giant. Let me sacrifice a creature, deal 3. And then we each discard a card and return. Okay. cool. So 4/4 guy or the land, I just need power and toughness and just stuff to block with. Alright, so we have a little bit of snow payoff. Ooh. Alright. Vault progress. Take the shadow, I guess. In the planning. Alright, we have 2 cuts to make. I wonder what they could be. So let's look at the deck. So we've got Egon, Grim Draugr, which maybe I should have taken the Yeti over it, because I don't have a ton of black. I also don't have a lot of things I want to sacrifice. Right, because I am like, 13 creatures. So, let's see here, I've got... So, I think that this can go. And I think that Turgid Shadow could go. That way I'm only playing, like, the Grim Draugr is, like, rough. Like, the Yeti probably is better. The Grim Draugr is rough just because it's, like, a 3-mana, like, splash card. But Turgid Shadow, I'm just not going to be able to cast. Let me look at my... Again, I can't ever look at my lands like this. Let's look at my lands real quick. So... I am mainly red. I somehow was, like, going to splash red to being base red. Awesome. And then blue, and then black. I have 4 black cards? What am I for? 4. Okay, Valky, God of Lies, Egon, Grim Draugr, and Bloodscar Massacre. Because I have a couple Berserkers. Like, this is just fine. Right, like, even itself is fine. So there's 1 Berserker there. That's a Berserker. So I have a little bit. So yeah, and I also don't have a lot to change, right? Like, if I cut that, which, like, you could argue that maybe I should cut Grim Draugr and Bloodscar Massacre, but I didn't do myself any favors in the draft, right? That would mean I would play, like, double black card and, like, bounce spell. And I also have this green card. So, let's see here. How many black sources do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many red sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. How many blue sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could, right, like, red's my main color. I've got 6 blacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources. So I could cut an island, go up a mountain, right? So that still gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 red, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black. Like, if I went down a red and up a swamp, I could have 8, 8, and 8, which isn't awful, right? Yeah, I wish I could cut, like, I don't have a ton of creatures, right? I have, like, 13 creatures or something, right? But, like, let's say I cut, like, Draugr for the part the realms. Like, I'm not playing, like, I don't have Valky God of Lies in my deck to, like, play Valky God of Lies. I have Tybalt in my deck, right? So, like, black later in the game is fine. Egon is probably not a turn 3 play in this deck. Like, Blood Sky Massacre, like, just getting a card out of it, like a 2/3, and then getting the card back is fine. Like, imagine, like, if I were to go, like, Raider into Blood Sky Massacre and then draw 2 cards, like, that's all I could ever want. Right? So, I don't know, I really wish I passed a couple Behold the Multiverses, like, those would be good. But I guess, like, Strategic Planning and Invasion of the Giants are my, like, do-nothing cards. Maybe I should have taken that other Invasion of the Giants. Like, I forget what I took over it. But, yeah, it might have been a Yeti, because I knew I would play the Yeti. But okay. This has a chance to get a Frostbite. That is it. Otherwise, it is just a 2/5. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can put in for... Right, like, I just can't splash double black. Like, I do have 6 sources, so that's not the end of the world. Right, but... yeah, probably not. Alright, so... Grixis Snow Giants, I guess, with a Valky in it. So, sure, we'll take this for a spin and see how we do. Alright, we're getting ready to roll here with this 3-color, maybe 4-color Snowy Grixis deck. Let's see if we get hard punished for too many colors or, just not draw lands. One of the two. So, this one's going back. This is sweet. We've got red, green, red, blue, red, black, and then blue cards. So, nice. That feels good. I think we can keep this. What goes back? I guess Strategic Planning goes back. Or I think Agar gives us the best chance to dig out. So I guess we'll keep 6. We'll ditch Strategic Planning. And we'll hope that we draw a blue source in our top few cards. Because getting to, like, Agar and then, like, Frostbite something small, like, does a lot of work. And if we draw any land, we at least get to play the 4/4, which can't block. But gives us a way to attack and maybe disincentivize our opponent from attacking by, just throwing a big, like, taking chunks of damage out of 4 at a time. Alright, we're going to play the Snowland. This makes our Frostbite better, which can make our Agar better. So that's good. Alright. Alright. So here's where we need blue source. Come on, blue source. Alright. I think I just snapped this off. Alright. Or that. Okay. Or other splash card. Nice. Nice. My dreams are slowly dying right now. This is not the best start. Okay, cool. 1/4 God. Oh! Ooh, is that a blue source? It is. So I think we're gonna giant here. Use all of our mana. So here we're looking to next turn. We need another blue source so we can, like, pillar as well. Right. This taps for mana of any color. Alright. So I don't have a removal spell right now to deal with that. I have some in the deck. Okay, that's fine. I guess I'm just going to... Well, I guess I don't need a blue source, right? I just need pillar. So I can pillar, tap 4/4. And just not take the beats. So that's good. Like, random green source here would be pretty sick. or any number of our removal spells would also be good. Okay, take the 1, take the hit. Okay, 4 mana do-nothings are cards. Alright, so I can't Egon here. The front side, I can backside it, but the backside's not going to do a whole lot. So we're going to get in for 4. I think we're going to play Yeti. Hold up, tap the 4/4. Because like if their best play was just Maskwood Nexus, now they're probably going to do something crazy and just like annihilate me with all of their creatures being all things, but I hope not. Right, I should get rewarded for not playing. I guess I didn't realize it made a 2/2, but still, I should get rewarded for not playing bad cards. I should. I won't, but I should. So let's tap this guy. I don't think I block the 4/4 or the 1/4. I mean, just because like if they have a trick but they didn't attack. Okay, Death Touch Nerd. Well, there's my green source. So front side is a black activation. So I could tap with blue mana, activate here, get in for 7 and kind of put them to the test. Like if they have a trick here, I kind of get blown out, but I feel like I'm okay with it. Right, that at least gives me food for Egon on a later turn. So yeah, so we're gonna tap this. Gonna activate here. And then we're going to attack. This always had vigilance? Oh no, it comes from the 1/4, okay. Okay. Alright, so now, I don't think we play Egon. I think we use the black mana to do this. And now we get to... We can draw a card next turn with the Throne of Death off of our Yeti. And then try to go from there. Like the 1/4 is annoying. Right, like they could have just attacked because vigilance. Alright, and like their tribal, like, what's it called? It's like legends. 3 to the bottom. That's good. They didn't have anything they liked. Let's mill a card. Okay. So I can't really... This can't block alone. But if I block with something else, we're good. So let's see what I draw. Let's see what I draw first. Like this doesn't trade with anything if I played it. But I would still have up playing the 3/3. So let's get rid of our Yeti here. See what we get. Okay. So now I'm going to be a little greedy. Alright. So if I attack here, they block here, I get to draw a card. if they attack with anything, I can like trade and get my card back because I can block like here and here. That would draw them 3 cards though. So how would I just attack? Oh, they make a 2/2 nerd. Okay. It's like something horrific going to happen right now. Okay. So I might have a line here. Let's see. Because it kind of depends on what they do here. They can't attack with a 2/2. Oh, red mana. Interesting. I was not emotionally prepared for that. So I'm assuming, well, I guess they've already squashed something. They've just been playing everything off of their legends. So, I mean, I guess there's an argument that maybe I should have not used all my mana last turn, but like drawing a card felt too good. So we're just gonna like Blizzard Brawl me, because you know that's how things happen. White, black. Oh, now we're jamming the other side. Which requires you to... It's not a legend though, right? It doesn't get the super type? Yeah, it doesn't get the super type. Like, it's a god, but it's not a legend. I guess everything has vigilance, huh? No blocks. I'll go to 10. Alright, so let's think about what we're doing here. So they're going to play... Oh, there went my... So, they're going to make a 2/2 when I attack. If we block... If they block in such a way that like this guy can die with 3 things, that's a little awkward. But I think we're tapping defensively. Because I think they're going to try to like block... They're either going to try to put 2 2/2s on... Yeah. So this is going to go very poorly for them. Like very, 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 very poorly. Sure. I would like to draw a card. Please and thank you. I would like to draw another card. Muchas gracias. I'm going to draw another card. I'm going to play... what do I want to play here? I can play this, or I can play this. This gives me like an outside shot to just like accidentally win the game. Alright. So they're down to 1 card. Like, I am in an odd spot where... I'm going to tap the 4/4. Alright, let's flip a thing. Draw a card. Alright, what does that do? Alright, we can tap this, bash, and they have to... Like, this goes there. Well, I guess we just tap this and bash. They can draw... Can they draw a bunch of cards? They can only really trade with one thing. Well, no, I guess this dice too, so they would draw 3 cards. Which I am not a huge fan of. How about... If I attack with 2 5/4s, they're kind of in a weird spot. Yeah, if I do this... Right, like, I just gotta, like, make it to the next turn cycle. Alright, so we do this. They get 2 blocks. They have to block these, right? They have to block here and here, and these get through. If they block here and here, they die. Yeah, so they have to block the 2 5s. And that leaves them with 7 power, which I guess could kill me. Well, I guess they get a 2/2. They get a 2/2, I forgot. But it doesn't kill me. Like, one of their last cards has to be a pump spell. Oh, does it kill me? Oh, did I just kill myself? Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, so they have... Alright, so as of right now, they have 8 power. Alright, we're going to play this. We're going to play it on red. So if they don't kill me this turn, I win. Like, they need a haste creature or a pump spell, because I just kill them with the land, which was kind of a goal. Okay, another one of those. Okay, they didn't attack. Okay. So this is what we just talked about on the podcast, people leaving themselves dead because there are too many lands that do stuff. There we go. What was the card like? Is that a bound? Oh, they couldn't play it. Okay. Alright, that was a little closer than it maybe needed to be. I probably could have waited a turn before I bashed with everything. But that worked out. We also got the sweat of me thinking I left myself dead. Alright, we didn't come here to play this as Valky. We came here to play it as Tybalt. We have all of our colors but our random green card. I think this is a keep. Like, I don't see myself playing the Valky because I don't have a way to get it back from the graveyard. So hopefully we find some stuff to do with our mana here. Because, I mean, we get 2/3 into 4/4 into, like, removal spell. So, like, I think that is respectable. I mean, this turn we kind of do... Oh, we get to do something. Do I discard? Well, okay, first of all, we play a red source. I don't think I discard. Like, I'm happy with my hand. Normally, I would just... Like, normally it's better to save it to discard, but I like being able to trade with like a removal, with this thing or a removal spell. I'm gonna block the 3/2. All right, so now this. Here we go. Hard Grixis mana. We get a 2/3. All right, so hard for them to attack. DJ Kaldheim me. Right, like, how important is this card to me? It's not. I would rather have it. Like, I'm fine. Like, this is a little ugly, but I am fine with it. So we're gonna... So, okay, so here, they do just get to get in for 2, or 5, or whatever. But I have, like, removal spell up next turn. Bad cards are bad. Dear God. Alright. So now we're kind of in a bind. Let's see what we find off the strategic planning here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna play this guy. Okay, we're not going to attack. This hopefully holds the ground down now. He says, crossing his fingers. Right, like, no matter how they attack, like, run amok not being in the equation. No matter how they attack, I think I get 2 cards. Like, I can, like, trade my board and get 2 cards. And there are ways I can block where I don't trade my board. And I get 2 cards. Alright. Yep, I'm trading my guys. Let's go. I get 1 card? Like, unless their last 2 cards are just, like, blow me out? Okay. I get 1 card. For sure. Cool. They're both tap lands. So I want to play this on green. And I think I'm just gonna... Like, I'm worried about Snakeskin Veil. Like, there's part of me that wants them to, like, pump the dog. But then if they, like... oh my god. We'll take Mountain. Okay. Alright, so next turn, we... Valky, maybe? We'll see. Okay, they still have green up. Like, Valky gains me... Like, if I can get the board clear... Alright, we're gonna do this. Like, if they have Snakeskin Veil, I'm dead. So I just have to hope they don't. Like, that's what this comes down to, is hoping they don't have Snakeskin Veil, which is not a good place to be. Alright. Show me the money. Okay. There was no money. Land. 5/5. Alright, so... I'm gonna squash the 5/5. We are... a classic dead to a pump spell. Alright. Maybe I could have done this differently. Like, I don't know, the Snakeskin Veil was rough. To, like, kill my giant. Land. Kill the 2/2. Alright. Oh, I get a Doge. That's cool. Alright, so we're gonna... Doge. We're going to... get your last card. Oh, it was foretold? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Gosh. I thought that was in their hand. So let's kill this guy. Hopefully. Okay. I am not looking to... Oh, man, I could have got this card. Ah! Okay. I am not attacking with your dog. Oh, hey, another one. Guess I should have played my land last turn, but whatever. Take 2. Like, I'm playing around a haste creature. I'm playing against... They've already shown me 2 3/2 hasters. Like, I don't want to die to a card I know is in there. Never mind. I guess I'll just die to the Mythic I didn't know was in their deck. I mean, I did play a Mythic. I just couldn't get the board clear enough. That Snakeskin Veil was a beating. Alright, so... Do I just Egon and try to grind early on? Like just the throne and try to, like, draw cards? Yeah, I have the pillar, so let's go. Okay, that's the... Okay, that's just the 2/2 that dies into a zombie. Alright. Strategic planning very much looks like it's a creature. Give me art that is clearly not a single creature doing creaturey stuff. Alright. Sure. Ooh, I guess I didn't foretell that. Oh, I guess I played a tap land. Like, I can stay behind that. Okay. Alright, what are we doing this turn, opponent? Foretelling something. Okay. Oh no! That card's good. Alright, but it gets me a card. Okay, I'll take 3. Alright, cool. So, I have a thing to tap. Awesome. So I think we are on... Do I want 5 mana this turn? So I can tap this trade here, draw a card. So I want 3 mana, or 4. What am I missing? So I've got black, green, red, 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 blue, green. Because I want blue. Alright. So I get to tap the flyer. And I can trade with the 3/1. I guess if they have the, like, return it to the battlefield pump spell, that's sadness. Alright, whatever. I guess I have to worry about milling myself out now, which is, you know, always a sweat you want to have. Let's get rid of Arsonist. Draw a card. Alright. Ooh, and I have a green source? Alright. Do I take... Oh, I'd have to take 5 this turn? it's probably better to foretell this, play this, get a dump a land. Alright. I don't have a red source. Thank you, Auto Tapper. That's alright though. It's alright. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, perfect. So I want to leave up. It doesn't really matter what I leave up. It's like I know what I'm doing here. So we take out their planes. Hopefully that cuts them off stuff. Sweet. We tap 3/4. Cool. Alright, and we take... What's in my graveyard? Is it coming to play tapped? No, do I need a swamp? Like, what am I doing this turn? I have a bunch of red mana. So I'll take... Do I even have 2 blue this turn? I don't. I want to take this so I can cast my guy. I'm going to Frostbite that. And I'm going to make 1,000,000 trolls next turn. Maybe I should have waited. That might be a mistake. Maybe I should have waited to give all my trolls haste. Let's tap that. I'll make 1,000,000 trolls. There we go. 1,000,000 trolls! I could have given them all haste. I wanted to use my mana last turn. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know if this deck is good, but it's sweet. And I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Play some sweet decks. Maybe get a couple wins along the way. But mainly, to play some sweet decks. Oh hey, the classic no red mana. But I have a strategic planning. And that strategic planning has red source written all over it. Like, that's just secretly a red source. So it's fine. Right, secret red source. Let's go. Oh, secret red source. Baby. Okay. So I think we foretell Demon Bolt. Wait a minute. Okay. Scratch that. Alright, so now we are all about the pillar. Sure. Sure. So I don't want to play this because it can't block. I think we... foretell that. Oh wait, do I get to get 3? Do I rather have a 2/3 on the border? I'd rather have a 2/3 vanilla. Sure. Sure. Oh, we got the... So then I get to tap the 2/3 vanilla. I don't want to get rid of. I'll just get rid of the 2/1. Right, like I take 3 here, but you know, these things happen. Okay, they got their other color. Are they getting my pillar? Oh, that's sad. Alright. Getting my pillar makes me sad. Alright, so they get a forest. So they're at 5 mana. They might only have 4 this turn. Okay, they're at 5. Alright, no blocks. They have way more cards than me. This is not okay. So like, I don't know, play the 5/5 stupid elf guy. So whenever one of them enters the battlefield. Okay. So that's an elf. And that is a yikes from me. I don't want that to happen. So let's get rid of that. Yes. And then no extra cards for you. I'm just going to. Am I going to play this land? I should. Oh, it's red to activate, so I don't even have the mana for it yet. I'm just going to hold this. Like, I don't have any use for, like, land 7. Like, if I draw Tibble, then I do, but I have... but I can just play the land. Okay, so we have the Draugr guy. Like, okay. Alright, so are we just flooding out super hard right now? Alright, so we're going to play this on... I have a green source, so I'm going to play it on red. Alright. Like, because this nerd can't block. Like, I think a creature and I kind of stabilize. But... okay, so they're going to chump. With the 1/1. Because they know I can't, like, block right now. Wow. Alright. Oh, maybe I should have sacked the land here just in case I draw the 4/4 haste. Alright. So they get another chump block. Removal spell's good. Okay, they get more than a chump block. Alright. Oh, the tap guy. No. Well. Yep. The tap guy. Oh, jeez. That was not good. That was not good at all. Like, I can't say any other creature because I was kind of in a bad way. Because, like, even removal spell, they get to move the helm. And they get to attack out. Like, I needed, like, yeah, I don't know. So why the tap guy's not great. He's just bad power and toughness. Like 3 turns earlier, like that, like, stabilizes the game. Alright, so we want, again, we're going to try to jam good old Tybalt here. Alright, so this shows a scry 2, so we might go, yep. Alright, so we're going to do this. So I've got 5 lands here, and I have green. I don't want either of these. I don't really care about the, well, let me think here. So next turn I go to 3 mana. Turn after that I go to 4. This costs $1 million. So that would get it down to 2 less to cast. That would get it down to 5, so I still couldn't cast it. So done. Alright. I'm going to take 2 here. And we'll draw an extra card. Oh. We're 100% okay with that? Alright. So, like if we draw a, there's like a frostbite here. Huh. Oh, well this works well with my thing. Right, I just need to have red. Am I going to have red? I should have red. Right, and a 4/4 is bigger than a not 4/4. Alright, so we're going to do, so I have a mountain, so I can play this tap land. Okay. So next turn I should get to play the 4/4. And like, I'll trade it for the 2/2, like I don't care. Really, huh? Really? Like that's what's up? So it can't attack, because they just trade this. I mean, I guess it's the same as like, well, no, it makes it a 4/4. So like, if they want to eat this, like I get to keep my 4/4. Alright, well, are you gonna, oh, they eat something from my graveyard, dear God. Alright, so, cool. Okay, removal spell would be good. Put this on green. Like, I might just be dead by the time I get this down. Like, I've flooded super hard. Okay, well then they don't get a creature there. Or this just anything? You're kidding. Yeah, well, sure. We're at least gonna troll something here. Is anything? Yeah, it's exile up to, oh dear God. Yeah, well, cool. Alright, well, that was that. It was like one turn off from Valky, but they just played their, like, splash. I don't even know, like, what's their splash color? Is it black? Is it red? I don't know. They just were hard 3 colors and just had it, so. Alright, like I said, this deck was sweet. We got to make 1 million trolls. That was cool. Yeah, I don't know. That last match, like, they just turned 4 unbeatable cards, and I didn't have, like, I don't know, I need like 3 removal spells to have beaten it. So, I didn't have 3 removal spells. And I mean, I played like found a land, played a creature, and then like, I don't know, I spun my wheels a little bit, but I did draw pretty not great. I put this in strategic planning on the bottom, played a planning, got a creature, played the 4/4, it died, and then that was it. Like, I had the Valkyrie and didn't get to play it. So, anyway, that was kind of a sweet 4-color deck that went like all my drafts, apparently 2-3. And so, if you like me and you want to hear more of me and my co-host James, you can find our podcast, the Casual Try Hard podcast, or Casual Try Hard MTG, anywhere you listen to podcasts. So just search for us there. If you want to get us on Twitter, we're at Casual Tripod. We're on Facebook at Casual Try Hard MTG. You found our YouTube page at Casual Try Hard MTG. We have a Discord that you can find on our Twitter. And so, yeah, check us out. And with that, we'll catch you on the internets.